Okay, hello. How's it going? If you're wondering where my camera is, I'm also wondering that. I've been trying to fix it for about 20 minutes. The camera seems to be fine. It seems to be OBS. I foolishly updated OBS and the update broke the camera. So probably no camera today, unfortunately. I'm just going to change my music. Probably no camera today. We're not going to play challenge today because A, the timings don't work for me this weekend, and B, I don't have very many play points right now. I've spewed all of my play points because I can't seem to win very much online at the moment. But we're going to try and fix that today. We're going to fix a lot of things today. We're going to fix ourselves by fixing Mardu energy. I'm just going to make a quick post. On Blue Sky. And in Discord as well. But this is the second place list from the Showcase Challenge a few weeks ago. Deck did not do very well at Eternal Weekend, which makes sense. It's not very good against Reanimator, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. Okay. So, yeah, this is the second place list. Here's where my head is at with energy right now. I really like this deck. I like it more than D&T just as a play experience most of the time. If there are bans and things in November, that might change. But at the moment, playing D&T is like fairly miserable insofar as you just get a lot of like One Ring and Nardu matchups that feel very tricky. Whereas this is a more linear game plan, which I like. However, the big problem for energy is Reanimator. The Boros lists that I was doing very well with back in May were good into everything except Reanimator. So one way that you can improve the Reanimator matchup and the combo matchup more generally is to play black cards, right? Thoughtseize, and in particular access to stuff like Fairy. I'll come back to Fairy. And to a certain extent Bowmasters help you against Reanimator, and they help you against a lot of the other top decks as well. Therapy's quite good against Nardu decks. Thoughtseize quite good against Forge and Cloudpost, that sort of thing. So the black splash makes a lot of sense. The problem is if you go white-black, you don't play red, you have a much tougher time in the fair matchups because A, your Ajani's aren't as good, and B, you don't have Raptor. And Raptor is actually huge in terms of just being a sort of guaranteed 2-for-1. Raptor's extremely powerful. So then you kind of have to play 3 colors. So once you're playing 3 colors, your mana is really tricky. Oh, don't worry, John. I haven't finished my preamble yet. So the mana is very tricky. And if you want to fix the mana and keep playing Wasteland, and I think I do like the idea of playing Wasteland, you end up running a lot of lands. This is 23. And that's a lot for a deck that the curve tops out of 2. There are no real mana sinks. But one sink that we could add is Elk, as John says. Yeah, we could add Gigantha. And that gives you something to do with all this mana. This player has tried 4th Aelingus. I don't know how good 4th Aelingus is. To be honest, it's probably fine. But yeah, there are some things I like about this list and some things that I don't. I think I like essentially all of the cards. I think this is the right numbers of stuff and the right cards to play. I'm gonna, in order to improve the mana, I think I'm gonna need to go up to 24, just so that I have... I should have had this maths in front of me, really, but when I ran through the maths, I wanted 24. And to get 24, I'm gonna shave 1 therapy. I think that's fine. Then you're playing 2 therapy, 2 bombardment. That seems fine. I also want to change a lot of the sideboard. So, in fact, let's preserve this monument to Mea Dominaria and make a new copy. And we're going to call this Fixed Energy. Okay, so I'm going to take out Therapy. We are eventually going to have Gigantha in here. Okay, because it does give you something to do with your mana. And it's like not a bad card in fair matchups at all. And I don't buy all the hate about like, oh, but then they know they're not on Force of Will, blah, blah, blah. It's like nobody cares, okay? Like, if they're mulliganing in game 1, like, they're gonna try and go whether they think you might have Force or not, right? It's not a thing. I think it's much more of a cost to lose a sideboard slot, but I think it's probably worth it. Hello, Callum. Now, Gigantha is good in grindy matchups. Reanimator can be grindy. Yeah, I mean, I was definitely worried about playing Yorion originally, and then it just isn't a thing. Now, Yorion is a lot better in D&T than Gigantha is here, but it's the same logic. The problem with Gigantha is you definitely want it against Reanimator because that matchup is grindy, but you also want your fairies because why else are you playing Fairy? So we're going to cut Fairy, and we're going to play the card that I think is almost as good, is better against Oops, and still leverages the fact that you're in black. And that card is Nile Spellbomb. I think this card is underplayed, right? You see it a lot in the whatchamacallums, the blue-black tempo decks. And I think it's just a good card. I think it sits in play. The Reanimator player, like, what are they going to do? They have to borrow it, and then you can crack it in response. They don't get the other half of the borrow. You draw a card. Like, it's good. And that means that we can bring this stuff in against Reanimator or Oops and still have Gigantha in the sideboard. So that's step 1. I'll come to the mana in a minute. The rest of the sideboard is very tricky. I don't like Null Rod, generally. I do like Blast, generally. Pending seems fine, especially in 3 colors. Silence is okay. Conqueror seems too slow to me for the matchups where you want it. So let's just put a pin in the sideboard for now. Mana. Now the mana issue is real. Let's just get rid of these ugly basics for a second. We need at least 14 black sources. At least 13 red sources. And really as many white sources as we can get our hands on. Guernsey Control. This is Guernsey Tempo. And we don't want... I'm not sure you want 2 Surveil lands in this very proactive deck. I think you definitely want Parlor. You might not want Backstreet. Because the nice thing about Parlor is you only need red mana on turn 2, whereas Backstreet, you need black mana on turn 1. So a tap black source is a higher cost than a tap red source. So I'm going to cut Backstreet for now. The number of Caracas is a question mark. I think I worked this out already at some point, and then maybe I didn't save it on Moxfield or whatever. But it's kind of fun to work it out live. So, yeah, 4 Marsh Flats is correct, because I think basic Island, basic Swamp is the correct number of basics. Let's do black first. So 5, we can add better basics as well. It would be nice to have 2 basic islands, but it's not going to happen really, is it? Okay. So this is 6 black sources. 9 black sources. This is what, 13? Right, so we want 1 more untapped black source. The other thing I was going to try and add were a couple of cycle lands, because I think they do mitigate the flood issue as well. So we're probably going to want at least 1 silent clearing. I may want a second one at some point. But for now, this is the right number of black sources. Untapped on turn 1 to cast Thoughtseize. Red sources. We need 13 available on turn 2. Okay, we have that. We actually have the right number of red sources. And then, in terms of white sources... Turn 1 white sources, I think, strictly speaking. This is 15, 16. That's about right. Okay. Maybe we don't need 24 lands. But this is right on the limit, right? Now, fetches versus fetchables is the other thing to check. Ten versus 6. So really we want 1 more fetchable. Right? So maybe we don't play the cycle land. What happens if I cut a fetch? If I cut a fetch, add a clearing, and I need another red source? No, I don't like that. I think basically I just want another scrubland. That gives me 15 black sources, 17 white sources, and 13 red sources. Might be nice to have a 14th red source. No, I think that's fine. Oh, I didn't add the planes. What am I talking about? I didn't add basic planes. Right, I need... Yeah, okay. No, I did add the planes. I did add the planes. What am I talking about? Okay, I think... It's like either you want a second clearing... It depends whether 6 is enough fetchables versus 10 fetches. I guess in short games, that's actually fine, right? And ideally, you're playing short games. Okay, so let's cut the scrub and add another silent clearing around. Right, and then we have 2 cycle lands, which I think is the kind of the right number. And then, yeah, maybe you add a therapy for a land at some point. But this mana is slightly better, and it just means we can get to 5 for Giganta as well. Okay, so in the sideboard then, we have a Reanimator plan. The plan against Reanimator would probably be these 8 cards. And then we would cut 2 Bombardment, 2 Therapy. And then probably 4 Pride, because they have Bowmaster. Yeah, so we don't want any more cards that would come in against Reanimator. I don't think you would play 4th Aelingus against the Bowmaster deck. What would you play 4th Aelingus against? Also, how much are 4th Aelingus? Because I'm pretty ticks poor at the moment. Are they a lot? Quite a lot. Like 16 ticks to buy this. Like, the easy thing to do here would just be to add 2 more of these. And probably 1 more of these. No, we don't want that, because it's going to come in against Reanimator. Do I have anything on my Mox field where I sorted out a... Oh yeah, I was going to maybe do a Containment Priest, but honestly I don't like that card either. I like 1 mana cards in this deck. Oh, I was on the Null Rod plan. Oh, Wear Tear. Yeah, okay, Wear Tear is good. Wear Tear is actually really good, and probably better than Silence. Yeah, I like Wear Tear a lot. So I play 2 of these, and then here it says 2 Stony Silence or 2 Therapy. Sorry, or 2 Null Rod. Maybe the cycle lands are bad. I don't know. Yeah, let's add another one of these. Just cut these and add a Scrub. Scrub is good. Scrub is a good land. And we have the right number of sources, and then we don't have too many lands. And rather than cycling into stuff, we're just building up to Giganta. That makes sense to me. Okay, so let's play the Null Rods then. Null Rod or Stony, it doesn't matter, does it? Probably Null Rod because the mana is already bad in this deck, though. Okay. Okay, I think this is fine. I think this is what I want to try. So I'm gonna export this to Stream Decker. And I'm gonna buy the 4th. If I have enough cash. I do. Alright, let's buy 2 of these then. Well, we can get the horrible scroll versions. No, we'll get these extended versions. Okay, we'll give this a go. Just see how well the mana works for us. And see how suitable Spellbomb is as a substitute for Fairy. I know the cards play differently, but I have been impressed with Spellbomb against Reanimator. Because you're also not giving them infinite time, right? And it's not like... In D&T, I quite like... In D&T, I like Fairy because you can get it back with Overlord. And because you can Vial it in, and because you can get double black and cast it. In this deck, you're not going to get double black. You don't have Overlord. You don't have Vial. So... Oh, and you can get it with Recruiter as well, of course. So, like, there's a lot of upside to Fairy and D&T. But not so much in this deck. So I'm going to try the Spell Bombs instead. And that plays nicer with Giganta. Now, of course, that means your Reanimator opponent knows that you don't have Fair in your deck, right? But that's just something I'm going to have to deal with. Okay, let's play some Legacy. I'm sorry there's no camera today, by the way. The OBS update broke my camera. And I don't know why. You only watch for the camera. Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't figure out how to fix it. I updated OBS right before the stream, which is probably a mistake, but... Oh, here we go. It's working now. Okay. It just decided to start working. You know what else broke? Was that stupid... like, record tracker thing. So now I have to figure out how to set that up again. Callum's gonna freak out. Okay, it's fine. I can set it up. Browser source. Is that working? I'm trying to get the overlay, like, record tracker thing working again. So wait, how do I run an ad? I can run an ad? Yeah, I'm going to run an ad so that I don't get pre-roll ads. Because we're just waiting for the opponent. So I'm running an ad. I have to keep the Twitch overlords happy. Because they pre-roll ad people if I don't run ads. This overlay thing doesn't seem to be working. Where are all the legacy players? This is like queuing for a vintage match. Jeez Louise. Callum, was it the MTG bot overlay? MTGbot.tv? Is that the one that you recommended? I don't remember. Because that one doesn't seem to be working. But maybe it starts working when you get into the match. I don't know. Can't remember. Yeah, fair enough. I shouldn't have deleted... When I was trying to fix the camera, I deleted all my, like, preset stuff, which is probably kind of dumb. Oh, look, here it is. It's working. It's a weird size. Hang on. Alright, that should do. That should do. Okay. Okay, reveal Gigantha. Look at that. Perfect mana, apart from no red source. I'm going to keep this. The question is, what do we therapy on turn 1? Or are we supposed to guide? What do you think, chat? Can we blind turn 1 therapy this person? If they mull to 5, I'm definitely therapying them and naming Dart Ritual. Okay, they mull to 6. Okay, Wasteland me. Utsunomiya. What do we got? Fetch, Dart Ritual. Thoughtseize, okay. Yeah, obviously what you do is you Google their name, right? You Google their name, find out what they're on. And then therapy. Notice I have that feature of MTGBot turned off because I don't like it telling me what they were last on. Should have therapied Thoughtseize. They took voice. That's interesting. Why would you take voice? Because you have a bunch of counter magic in hand, surely. Oh look, perfect mana. Goblin Bombardment. You would only take voice if you had, like, force in hand, right? Just Mardu things? Yeah. Mardu. Clearly should be playing 24 lands instead of 23. This would be a land, by the way. This would be a land if we... Actually, I think the foil one would be a land. I don't know. It's like, obviously you can Bowmaster here, but... Just wondering how much to read into this. I guess maybe you don't have counter magic, but you do have Bowmasters. It's just very hard to tell what's going on. I'm going to wait for more information. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too patient. Like, if they're going to pass with 2 mana up, I'm probably going to therapy them. I don't know. But then it's such bad tempo. It's really bad tempo to do that. Bloodstained Mire. Bloodstained Mire is not a Reanimator fetch land. Is it? So it's something weird. It could just be like black Reanimator. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna therapy them. They didn't have... They weren't F6'd. I think they have Bowmasters. Ah, it was Force. It was Reanimator. It was Reanimator the whole time. Okay. That's fine. My first instinct was correct. They had Force. They also have Wasteland, which means that we are out of this game. We are done. Yeah, tight. Boom. Never did not have it. I guess maybe I'm supposed to force the issue there by playing Bowmaster. They have to force it, otherwise I therapy and take Entomb. Well, they can just cast Entomb in response. Just gonna wait, huh? I mean, I'm not doing anything else with this mana. Let's go for it. I assume they force this. That's fine. Send him to Turak, I guess. They pitched another force. They still have Ponder. So what do? You entomb here? Mm-hmm. And is Ponder unknown? Traxxer. Another Wasteland, wow. Alright, well, I mean, this could be worse, I guess. You're gonna sewers? I probably wouldn't do that. Because I'm gonna Wasteland you. Yeah, I'm gonna Wasteland you, because I don't want you to cast any cantrips. Perfect mana. Yeah, the mana in this deck is really, really bad. I'm impressed that people do well with it, because this kind of mana is like just so difficult to play with. It just puts massive pressure on your mulligans, basically. Like, was I supposed to mulligan this hand because it didn't have red mana? I don't think so. But maybe. Yeah. Well, they've Wasteland. They've Brainstorm locked themselves, and it's only 2 turns until they... Oh, 3 turns. Okay. So they can draw out of this before I get them under... Aether Hub? Yeah. Honestly, I've considered it, but it's not quite good enough. Ah, Tamio. Alright. So now I can't... Ooh, we did it! Oh, this is good, actually. This is real good. I wonder if there's... I'm supposed to get planes there, because they have a Wasteland in play. I just really want a Raptor rather than Bowmaster. I don't know. Probably supposed to get planes there. Ooh. No thanks. I would rather have a flyer. So now, if they don't jump, they can't reanimate anything. That was part of the reason to play Raptor over Bowmaster. But surely you know that your top card isn't a reanimate. Isn't that right? Have I got my maths wrong there? I thought they knew their top card wasn't a reanimate. I guess the top card could be a cantrip. Right, yes, the top card is a cantrip. That's their out. So worst case scenario here is they hit reanimate, Wasteland us, reanimate a Traxxer, and we're pretty much dead from there. Yep. RIP. Wow, this Reanimator player is playing at least 3 Wastelands. They must be teching for the Mardu Energy matchup. Just rip Red Source and bombard them. That would be pretty funny, actually. Ponder, Brainstorm, Bloodstone Mire, Tamio. It's Tamio. Down to 1. So just need any land. Then I can Bowmaster them. Well. Okay. Can I win this game? We should be playing 24. I should have trusted my gut and played 24 instead of going back down to 23. So if I therapy Brainstorm, you just gain 7 and then I can't do anything. Yeah, I'm not interested in playing this game. There's like, there's a possibility that we can continue after they're like 15 life, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so this is the plan with all this rubbish. And I think no 4th in this matchup. I don't like Bombardment against fair blue decks. Oh, we have 3 therapies to take out now. Interesting. I think I like taking out Pride as well. So I could play 1 therapy or I can play 1 4th, I guess. Let's play 1 therapy. Yeah. If I play another league today, definitely 24 lands. You just need so many lands because your mana is so bad. I miss Sand Scout. This does not have any graveyard hate, but I probably have to keep it anyway. Because you can't mull to graveyard hate. Magic players never play enough lands. True, but 24 is a lot for a deck with a curve that tops at 2, let's be honest. I'm going to keep this. Has an answer to Tamio, has a curve. You can just lose to Entomb, that's fine. If we lose to Entomb, at least we get to move on to match 2 quickly. And this hand has all 3 colors of mana, so there you go. Don't pass. Don't do it. Oh, they passed. They passed, chat. Yeah, but it just means that your top decks are really bad, right? If you're running 24 lands in your aggro deck. Oh, you have a push? Push is allowed. Push is actually permitted. Okay, that's permitted. That's fine. So are we playing a Ajani here, or are we holding up Bowman? I think we're playing a Ajani, right? Playing a Ajani. Sure. Because you see, like, this sort of thing, it's like they're going to trade with all my stuff, and then I'm just going to keep top decking lands. And then I'm going to try and play a 5-5 and hope it's relevant. You know, it's not the best game plan in the world. They shuffled. That's good. Probably. Okay. It's not a bad draw. There's a possibility you want a main phase Bowmaster there because of Brainstorm. Because I'm priced into doing it in their end step and then they can just Brainstorm for free. Yeah. Sure, I'll take that. Because then you get into that awkward... If they pass there, you get into that awkward situation where you're like, oh, am I just going to hold up Bowmaster for the rest of the game? And it's like, well, I don't really want to do that because I need to be aggressive, so... Probably supposed to do it main phase. This is fine, too. I'm going to get the Parlor. Yes. I mean, why not, right? I'm playing at least one of these. I think it's reasonable to play around days for the second one. I don't know. How much damage is it if I play the second one? If I play the second one, you go to 15, then you take 5, you go to 10, you go to 9. Whereas otherwise you're going to 12 and then 11. I think it's better to play around days, but it's close. Well, you know they have days in, so... Because this third one could also be removal, right? If they play. Something. Play their own Bowmaster. Which looks like they might have here. Interesting. So, do I want to attack with my 1/1s? I guess the answer is no, right? I do not want to attack with my 1/1s because I don't want them to get blocked by a Bowmaster. There's blowout potential here as well, right? Because you ping that. Oh, you ping that, okay. So you're just going to chump. What if I ping my own Bowmaster? That doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't really make any sense. Sure. There's maybe an argument there for like going ham and trying to like Bowmaster plus swords. Oh no, they gain a life, so they can still entomb Atraxa. Tommy in the graveyard, okay. That's a lot of lands over there, buddy. Is it a Murktide? Murktide's annoying, because it's going to gain them a bunch of life. Yeah, it's annoying. Trying to decide whether it's worth... I think it is worth doing this. They could have another one. Ooh. Play this pre-combat. Does it make a difference? Does it make a difference to play Raptor pre-combat? Yes, because I can hit voice. Am I playing around another Bowmaster? I think I want at least one of these in play, so I am. Didn't have one, that's fine. Yep. I guess I'm just dead then, huh? Happens. I didn't draw any of my graveyard hate pieces or whatever. No? Okay. We didn't have the reanimate. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mention that earlier, but Raptor is another reason not to play Fairy. It's also another reason not to play Pending, actually. So that's worth considering. Because there are definitely other options over Pending. Like Path, for example. I mean, you can still Pending a token, right? If you hit it with Raptor. That's not nothing. Still no graveyard hate, huh? I'm going to try and get through the whole match without any graveyard hate. I mean, probably. I quite like this hand. So I'm going to keep it. It's got lands and spells. Hitting 4th Aelingus off Raptor is quite interesting. Like, if you have an attacker. Just going to go ahead and play a Tamiyo. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Snap it off. Underground Sea into Tout says. You probably take Raptor here. Raptor's busted. You take Blast. So your plan is Murktide then, huh? You are on a Murky Boy plan. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. So that is fine. I wonder if the distribution of fetch lands is slightly incorrect here as well. Depends whether you want basic plains more than you want basic swamp, which I think you do. F6, huh? Deal. Is it Murky Murk? There's your boy. 5/5. It's almost as big as Gigantha. Drawing a lot of lands. It's fine. Don't... Okay. Hopefully we hit a Swords here. That would be pretty cool. We hit a Bowmaster. That's also pretty cool, to be honest. We get quite a lot of life from that. We can actually attack, right? We can make a 5/6. That's pretty sick. I do love this deck. I do love this deck. Nice Murktide dork. Oh, you don't want to attack? Why not? Is it because I'm at 26 and you're at 10? Yeah. Sure. So, I think what I'm doing here is I'm attacking with Guide of Souls and I'm not paying any energy. And then next turn we can Alpha Strike. Next turn we can actually jump 2 things if we play Gigantha. It doesn't get a bit dazed. What happens if I Alpha Strike now? Do you... You have to block something, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you don't block this... Let's say you block Raptor. You would take 6, 7, 8. You would go to 2. It may be worth Alpha Striking now. It's pretty bad if they have Bowmaster though, right? You ping Raptor, you block these 2, and then I only deal like 1 damage. So I think it's too bad. So I'm just going to attack with this. And we're just going to know everything because of push. We don't want to put all of our eggs in this particular basket. Yeah, okay. Good news on that front is I get to replay it. So don't want to do that instead of Companion Giganta? Yeah, probably, right? It depends what I draw next turn. It might be more mana efficient to get Gigantha now and then next turn play Guide plus whatever I draw. But I'll have more attackers if I play Guide now. I think it's better against Thoughtseize, but they're probably not in a position to Thoughtseize anyway. Happens if they... It does make a difference. I think I'm gonna Companion Gigantha. I think it's more mana efficient. And I think the Guide being in play, like the summoning sickness on the Guide is not relevant. Okay. So we beat Reanimator without drawing a single piece of graveyard hate. It's nice when it happens. We only really lost to our mana in the first game, I guess. Which makes sense. So yeah, things I'm considering changing, I think are... Well, these are a big unknown, first of all. But then... I don't know how good Pending is with Raptor versus other options. And I don't know how good the third therapy is over the 24th land. Those are the things I'm thinking about changing. No. So I think this is a keep. What am I bottoming? Depends what my first turn is. I think honestly... Kept 7. It looks like my turns are turn 1 Pride, turn 2 Thoughtseize Pride, turn 3 Ajani. Alternative is something like turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Ajani, and then yeah. I think I'm bottoming the Wasteland, because I think starting with Pride is the best thing. And I think I can get a Plains here. We'll find out. It's really scary not to Thoughtseize on turn 1, but I think you have to just be scared. So I'm scared. Okay, I'm less scared now. Ooh, that's interesting. Double Pride is kind of not so busto though, isn't it? And I'm going to fetch a Swamp here and then draw red cards the rest of the game. That's fine. Happy to do that. Interesting. 2 Kaito. Borrower Goyf, Force of Will. Is my opponent going to force the second Pride? I think I want them to force the second Pride. Well, I'm surprised they led on Tamiyo. Wouldn't you lead on Goyf here? Surely you would lead on Goyf. Oh, you don't have a fetch. You don't have a fetch. Right. Right. I think I'm taking Goyf because it's the only thing that blocks. And they're going to have a real issue if they're not blocking. And you can force this if you want. I think they have to force this. They agree. They got rid of a Kaito. 3 cards in hand. Okay. Oh, that's also a good top deck. Yeah, Tamiyo's pretty good against this deck. Can you imagine if they ban everything? How good this deck gets? Like if they ban Tamiyo, Entomb, the One Ring, and Mardu. God. I mean, D&T would get pretty good then as well. But actually, I think D&T is actively good against Tamiyo. I think a Tamiyo ban would be similar to a Ragavan ban in that it would be a stealth nerf for D&T. But it would be such a buff for this deck. My God. What am I doing? I'm probably losing to Kaito is what I'm doing. I think I'm playing Ajani. And then maybe attacking with the cat. I think I'm attacking with the cat. Sneak a little bit of damage in. I was probably supposed to bounce the Tamio. I don't know. Oh. Why did you do that? Now I'm just going to bounce it. It's just as well they top deck the Brainstorm this turn, hey. I was probably supposed to bounce the Tamio. I know, I was thinking about removal on the Agiani, but I'm going to want to bounce the Tamio at some point, so... Probably supposed to bounce it in my turn, but this is fine. I'm not sure I would have played into the bounce here the way they did. But I guess if they have a land, they can just replay it, so... It's no issue. No fetch, though, so we know what they have. But they have the third land for Kaito. And they drew a Netherglyph, okay. So your hand is one of these, and then there's one of these on top, and one unknown on top. Oh look, a black sauce. So I can get 1 damage in here by attacking with these two, and then... Yeah, it's not good, huh? Not good. So you attack... I just block everything, though. Yeah. Let's just do this. Play this. Oh, they could have days, right? They could have the unknown as days. They didn't have the unknown as days, and then say go because we need to block everything because of Kaito. Or we need to be able to. So it's not like we can just start attacking with stuff. And I'll have you know, John, that Tamio Plus doesn't blank Voice of Victory, technically. So all you need to do is ponder into a land, and then we probably lose. Sure. This is one issue with doing it this way around. But the alternative was just getting the Tamio, like turning the Tamio into a Kaito, which is even worse. Yeah. Okay, so you flip Tamio. It's fine. If we draw a bombardment, we're still fine. There was no way around this. Realistically, I don't think there was a way for me to actually play around this. So it's fine. I basically just need a way to flip Ajani and I'm fine. Yay! Okay, no force, 1 time. Oh, they have Voice of Victory in play. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so how do we do this? I think we're zapping the Goyf first, right? Yeah. You do something like play bombardment, kill, play bombardment, hit Goyf, right? So there's 1 damage on it. This flips. You deal another 3 to this with the 0. No, you have to attack first. Oh no, you have bombardment. All right, so you do another 3 to this. Then you attack Tamio with all your guys. She's taking up to 3, and then you can kill it with bombardment. Yeah, okay. So that was a good draw. I think this is the right way around. Because we want to keep the voice in play, basically. We don't want the voice getting goifed. And then we can get the big numbers with the Johnny next turn. Okay, that's easy then. So I'll just let those trade. And then kill her. Right? Yeah. Better, safer to kill her. Okay. Back in the game. Hey, Jared. We just top decked a Gun Bombardment and ruined our opponent. They do have a borrower in hand now. Can't forget about that. So they can borrow earlier Johnny, I guess. This doesn't really do anything because you saw the bombardment. Wasteland. Oh no, my red source. Block. Concede? We're going to get the Think, Concede. That's a coveted award. I want the Think, Concede. Oh no, it's Think, Crack, Clue, Concede. Okay. That's a variation. Oh, it's Think, Crack, Clue, Think, Concede. Oh no? Okay. Concede, then Think. Because now you can't cast anything. It's my turn. Alright. Now you definitely can't cast anything. You uber mega can't cast anything. You're 10. Your turn. Still playing. Opponent is still playing the game. I don't know why, but there's something that they are doing. Okay, we got the conceit. Okay, so tempo. Blast and ending for sure. Then there's a question here, because if you're not bringing in 4th Lingus in this matchup, when are you bringing it in? Right? At the same time, it seems terrible in this matchup. Because they just steal the 3% control matchup. Now I'm wondering why I spent 16 tickets on this card, because what matchup would you ever bring this in for? I would probably bring it in against 12 post, yeah. Is that really the ticket here? I guess. think maybe we can leave the spell bombs on the sideboard and bring in the vacuum. That seems about right to me. Yeah, exactly. It seems terrible here. So it must be for, like, extra oomph against combo or something. But at that point, like, why bother? Honestly, why bother? I'm not the man himself. I didn't play this card. It was Mayo Dominario that played it. Somebody ask Mayo Dominario what this card is for. Because I don't know, and I just spent 16 tickets on it, and I don't know why. But there is no control deck in Legacy. What, this is for the D&T matchup? D&T is also pretty good against taking the initiative back. Yeah, I don't think... Blue 12 post is kind of control? You might be right. You might be right. Pop? I don't really like pop. Against control decks, I generally find that just flipping a Ajani is usually good enough. But then again, that was when I was playing Lazartope Quarry, and Lazartope Quarry is good against control. So maybe you need this. Callum, the very first thing I said when Bear with 2 guns said it's for control, I said doesn't even seem that good against D&T to me. They're literally synonyms in my head, control and D&T. Okay, well, maybe it's for Cloud Post then. That makes sense. Cloud Post is a thing. It's, like, pretty popular online. This hand is really shaky, mana-wise, but I'm going to keep it because I'm on the draw. And it's got lots of removal. CGBS is Callum, yeah. You just listen for what you want to hear, yeah. I know. Just listening for that Guernsey accent. Hello, Mr. Nethercoif. Okay, I'm going to fetch a basic here and pray to the gods. Is that silly? What if I don't draw a red source? They just definitely have a wasteland though, don't they? Okay, I'm going to fetch a plateau and pray to the gods. The mana is so bad. You probably mulled it. Oh, yeah. If I fetched a planes, I could at least cast a few more things this game. But I just thought I'm not cutting myself off 3 of the cards in my hand. But yeah, okay, fine. We'll go to game 2. We'll keep better mana this time. I promise. I promise. I promise. We'll keep better mana. What do you think, chat? Fetch basic planes? I'm not gonna do it again. Oh my god, this isn't even better. This is not even better. Oh my goodness. Done. Deal. 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 Sign has a shot. Do your mono black hands look like this? Do they top deck white cards? Oh my goodness. Why this land? This is the only land, apart from Wasteland, this is the only land in my deck that doesn't make white. I guess it means I get to double Thoughtseize this turn. Days? Shelly Edict. Why would I waste them? Why would I waste them? Doesn't make any sense. So now they have explosives, 2 lands and a force. Ooh. Salt farm? Well, they're going to be salty because they won. I'm at 13 as well. Oh, is it Baragoyf? Okay, we're dead, chat. We are dead. Dej. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. Man, this match really really got away from us. Okay, we can actually beat this now. Technically. Except they're going to force this. What? To take them off Baragoy for another turn? Oh my goodness. Alright, technically I can draw another Raptor. Technically. Got Borrower. Yikes. Push? No. Honestly, even Swords is not that good because it doesn't do anything against... It's not proactive. It's not a proactive card. You definitely wouldn't want Push, I don't think. I mean, it's possible I want Push over Pending in the sideboard. I don't know. I'm not going to claim that I played that match perfectly, chat. What is with these one-landers? Okay, we're going up to 24 lands. 100% going up to 24 lands. Ugh, this is barely better. What's my order of service here? We're gonna try and spike it. It's never Blains. The problem with like 3 colors is that you can't afford to just fetch basics all the time. Like you do need to fetch the lands that cast your spells, even though Wasteland is a thing, and I think it's very hard to make those decisions. This is great though. We get to play Raptor now. Check out this Cabal Therapy. It's sick. Boom. Look at this board presence. Who cares about Wasteland when you have board presence? Board presence, people. BPP. What is that Plateau doing in your deck? What's going on? What? Who? Someone's been in-webbed. Other than creature? Nice idea. Who who is this? Who are you really? Yera and Oski. Oh, you're Arachne. Psionic Weaver. Okay, we got Psioned. Do you see that sick combo within Web? Where you tap Noble Hierarch? Sorcery, yeah, nice one. That's going to make it really hard for me to cast this Cabal Therapy. That I was definitely casting anyway. Sick. Humans? I guess. Could be a Spider's deck. Oh, you killed my Guide of Souls? That's rude. My game plan relied on that. Now I can't attack you. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a game plan here. It depends how quickly my opponent is going to start doing things. There is a game plan. I think I'm keeping that. Basically, the game plan involves getting enough permanents in play that and playing 2 prides so that I can suicide 1 pride and get a bunch of tokens off the 2nd pride. Oh my goodness. It's like an aggro deck? It's Vexing Devil? What? This is great. Vexing Devil, what card? Lava Spike not good enough for you, buddy? I think I like my aggro deck more than I like your aggro deck, opponent. Vexing Devil Swords. Right, I see. That's fine. I'm going to play 2 First Strikers next turn, so it's not going to be a consistent source of damage. They did not play another land, so I'm definitely going to waste them. So the idea is next turn we attack with one of these guys, and probably both of probably both of these guys, and then the 2nd pride, unless they have another swords, the 2nd pride should generate a whole load of stuff. Although I'm running a little low on permanents now. Nice, collect oof. Okay, so they're tapped out, so this should work. How many permanents am I going to get? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Just enough. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. That's just free real estate for me. So we can't attack with both. We do it like this. Then we get City's Blessing, which should be good. Yep. So gain a life, lose a guy. That's fine. And then I just have to make sure these tokens stack correctly. There we go. So now we get a whole load of guys. Which I assume is good. Yep. Seems good. Okay. I want pending. My opponent said impressive. Likewise. I'm gonna say I like your deck. This is my fourth matchup? Is it? Is it my fourth matchup? They have a bunch of, like, trample creatures and stuff. It's definitely not my therapy matchup because I have no idea what's in their deck. It's probably not a Thoughtseize matchup either. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll try him. We'll try him, chat. This is the worst matchup for fourth yet. I'm doing it. My opponent says, I tried to have cards for a deck like Cats. Not worth it. Better to accept loss. Okay. We're going to play the fourth. We're going to play the fourth. Because think about it, chat. Think about it. If we are trading Monarchy back and forth, no pun intended, which deck will be able to make better use of the Howling Mine? It's this deck. It's this guy's deck. Okay? This one's a little dicey. I think it's fine. Opponent mulled to 6. I wonder what this guy's Reanimated matchup is like. What do we think of the name Naya Shitters for our opponent's deck? Too much? That's a basic. Yeah, I like basics. Oh, look, a Wasteland. Got a basic. See, chat, I'm learning. There he is. So what, you name Enchantment? It's like, it's so bad because you don't want your Noble Hierarch to go back in your hand. It's just like, it's like a 2-mana 3/3 with extra steps. It would almost be better just to tap 3 mana for this, right? And then you keep. I guess it's technically better to be able to replay it, and then you can Wasteland. But I don't know. It's so funny. What are we doing here? I think I'm wasting. I think I'm wasting the Tiger. Because I want to play Bowmaster next turn. I want to have both these guys in play, ideally, before I play Bowmaster. I don't know. It's like tempting just to Bowmaster the Hierarch there, but it's technically better if we have both of these in play. It depends how likely they are to kill these. A little bit. Depends a little bit. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Because I'm going to gain a bunch of life. Sorry. Attack with both. Just gonna keep taking the damage. Caracas. Caraca. So I'm going to keep the 3-4 back. Well, do I have to? I guess I'd go to 1. So I could attack for 4, 5, 6. Put you at 8. Yeah, no. We can pump the brakes a little bit here. Question is, what do we attack with? Probably just attack with these 3. That's fine. Vexing Devil is pretty wild. I don't necessarily think it's a... I mean, was Vexing Devil ever good in any format? Was it? Did people play it in Standard? I guess it's a Lava Spike in Standard. I don't know. It's traditionally a pretty bad card. You managed to get out of the Legend rule. So good. Oh, wait, I have a Caracas. I can just bounce this creature. Totally missed that. People didn't even play it in the Mono Red Aggro deck in Standard. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right to me. Okay. You got my red source. You did it. Zenith for 1. Who is it? Is it Sylvan Safekeeper? It's Ignoble Hierarch, okay. Oh, right, you have Exalted. Oh, I should have killed this. Whoops. Sorry, chat. I messed up. I was supposed to kill this before combat. That's fine. I'll take the 4, I'll go to 3. Don't bolt me, lol. There you go, we drew a creature, we're fine. I can gain a bunch of life. Check it out. Should be should be okay now. Sure. All right. So we've lost tempo so far, and that's probably because I should have mulliganed in game 2. And game 3. That Reanimator match was kind of interesting. I think that was a very unlikely outcome, all things considered. They just kind of didn't do much. It's funny, you play against people in leagues and their Reanimator deck, they like durdle around and don't do much, and then you play against these killers in the challenges, and they just turn to you every time. There's massive variability in that Reanimator deck. And it kind of lulls you into thinking some things might be viable that aren't. It's been my experience anyway. So I need better sideboard cards, huh? It's always the tricky thing with this deck. It's like, what are the actual sideboard options? I think I'm firmly on 24th land at this point, so... Is that a second plateau? It could be a second plateau or a backstreet, I think. Both of those make sense to me. I think it's a second plateau. Wow, look at these mismatched plateaus. Plateau. You could also take out like Plateau Scrub for Silent Field, Silent Clearing, and Sunbit Canyon, but I don't know. Those lands aren't great. This is a keep. It's got turn 1 Thoughtseize. I think I get a basic here. It's kind of tricky. The sequencing's not that great. Oh, hello. Alright, take Shiko. Bombardment's very good in this matchup, generally speaking. We finally ran into a deck whose mana is even worse than ours. Check it out. Cameo. That's so annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. This top deck is really annoying as well, because I can't go double white. We know that they have Brainstorm as well. What I wanted to do this turn was play Voice of Victory. I'm wondering if I'm still allowed to do that. If I play Voice of Victory, you flip Tamio, Tamio goes to 4. Then I play Bombardment. The Bombardment has to resolve, but that's fine. I have a Voice in play, so it will resolve. Because you can't Pending and Brainstorm next turn. Okay, what happens if you just Pending? Well, you need to draw a white source. And then we have another turn to deal with the Tamio. I don't know. It's rough. It's rough all round. This feels risky, but I'm going to do it. I think it works out better overall than just swordsing. Because I think Voice into Bombardment is a very difficult board state for them to try and disrupt. You should definitely attack first, brother. Yeah. Because then they just have to Pending Bombardment. I don't know. It gets tricky for them, I think. Yeah. So yeah, what I can do now is kill the Tamio with Voice Bombardment. Because the tokens deal 2, and then I sack them to deal another 2. And unless they specifically swords this right now, they can't even counter the Bombardment. Don't do it. No. Okay, that's fine. Well, the guide helps as well, actually. The guide is good. When they tapped the white, I thought it was going to be for swords. So I guess one issue here is that the nomads can block a token. I think that's fine, because all you're getting is additional pluses then, right? I know that you have Illusionist as well, so I do have to kill the nomads. Or I'd like to, I guess, is the difference. So they're going to get another Tamio plus, which should be fine. Except they can pending. It gets ugly, actually, doesn't it, if they pending? But if they don't... If they pending, they can't illusionist. So what happens if I kill the Tamio? Then they play illusionist. I have to sacrifice guide or voice to kill nomads. But I keep my bombardment. And the next turn I can go pride. You know what? Maybe swordsing here would have been better than playing guide. I assumed getting guide going would be better, but I don't think it's true. The problem is if I don't kill Tamio and you're just pending the bombardment, next turn it's fine because next turn guide will jump something. So yeah, this is fine. It's fine not to kill Tamio. Unless your hand is like double force or something. You're just gonna brainstorm, okay. Because yeah, guide jumping something is another way to kill Tamio. They haven't fetched after either of these brainstorms. That doesn't help you pending. You're pending the guide, that makes sense. Yeah, sure. RIP. That means this bombardment is home free though, which is nice. What are you thinking about? Have a voice in play. Ooh. Yeah, I'm taking that. Okay. So, Tamio down at last. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. I was trying to work out whether I could have got City's Blessing there, but it was not to be. So you can make a 2/2 now? Oh, sick. We got a Guided Souls. That's pretty good. Actually. So, we do this, and we stack triggers properly. And then I think I'm jumping the voice here. Seems correct to me. Because if you want to block the pride, I can just first strike plus ping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't want to lose any. I specifically don't want to lose any guides for the end step. Sure. Let's swords this then. Because I have exactly 9 permanents. So this way I can get City's Blessing, which is going to go nuts with the warrior tokens. Which way around? This way. So now we do this. We get City's Blessing. We get a whole load of guys. Then we sack the temporary ones. You're at 12. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures in play. That's fine. Okay. Because now there's just no way for you to combo through bombardment without specifically removing the bombardment. I guess Needle. I probably should have thought about that. If they have a main deck Needle, we may be in trouble. Shuko will not do it. If they'd had Needle into Illusionist Nomads, that would have killed us. So we probably could have thought about that a bit more. I think I like 4th in this matchup, you know. Pending is not that great, to be honest, because it's sorcery speed. It's good against stuff like Needle, though. So I think Voice is out, because it's about what happens in their turn. I like Bowman. I like Raptor. I like Bombardment a lot. Swords, Thoughtseize Therapy all seems good. And the basic aggro stuff seems pretty good. So actually, I think this is fine. I think this is how I would play this. I'm just going to run real quick to the bathroom. I'm back. We are game 2 against breakfast. This looks too slow to me. You could actually cut Raptor in this matchup. It wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, I mean, this is not good, but I'm going to keep it. It has some interaction. Just going straight in with the Shuko. So what's the correct course of action here? They obviously are primed to play turn 2 Illusionist. I think I don't want to Thoughtseize because they could have more than one Illusionist. A single counterspell wins anyway. Thoughtseize and C2 Illusionist and Scoop. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think I like holding up swords. Why is Thoughtseize the best play, Beer? But why wouldn't they just force... Okay, so Thoughtseize is better against Daze. But why wouldn't they just force the Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize is specifically better against Daze. But they don't have 4 Dazes. Yeah, we lose to force either way. They don't play 4 Dazes. And Thoughtseize can take something more valuable. I'm going to play a Caracas. I'm going to hold up swords. I think that's the highest percentage play here. Because if they have force, all of our lines lose. If they have 2 Illusionists, Thoughtseize loses. If they have Daze, this loses. But they're more likely to have 2 Illusionists than a Daze. I think now I'm Thoughtseizing. Or I could hold up Blast. For Mardu. Yeah, I actually like that better. I don't know why I'm slow rolling this Thoughtseize, but I just like these lines better. Sure. By Master. I'm going to Thoughtseize now. Okay. So you are on Narcomoeba Nomads. If you top deck Illusionist, I can't... Well, no, I can counter it. I'm wondering if it's crazy to go shields down this turn. My instinct is to go shields down, take swords, play a Ajani, get a clock going. If you just top deck Illusionist, I obviously lose. Whereas if I hold up Blast, I don't. You can also cantrip into Illusionist. Yeah, tricky. And this swords isn't doing much. You know what? I think I'm better off taking Nomads and saying go. I just don't think I'm really worried about these sagas. Maybe I should be. But I think with Ajani, Caracas, it's hard to worry about the sagas too much. Like, if your plan is to grind me out with Saga, I'm totally okay with that. So I can just use this Ajani defensively instead of offensively. I think that's fine. I think we're in this for the long haul. Doesn't play second Saga. Discipline. Patience from Zoo, as they say. Play this now. Again, they can, I guess, blow this game open with, like, Needle on Caracas. That's potentially scary. I think I'm probably okay with that. So make a guy. Wondering if I just Caracas now. If that's nuts. I know you have a swords. Let's see. So you make another guy, you get a thing, you hit me with a 4/4. I'm gonna do this. This might look kind of crazy. It might be kind of crazy. It's what I want to do. If I just want to get a second cat out of this. If they're gonna needle Caracas. I've got a bit of life to give here. I think it's fine. And with 2 sagas to grind through, we're setting up for the long game. I wouldn't need to do this if I had taken the swords, but I think it's fine. Get a second Shuka, okay. Yeah. So I'm going to take 5 here. Or I can swords. How good is that? I think I got a swords. That's fine. This gives us a bit more time to set up here. Okay. So you have a swords up now. That's fine. That's a good draw. That means I can waste their Saga when they play it. They have 1 unknown. think. Play Johnny here. And just say go. Yes. Are they playing green? Yes, they have Memory's Journey. They just haven't drawn any green sources. Or they didn't fetch a green source. Nomads. That should be fine. No plays. I think I'm gonna keep holding on to the Bowmaster. Well... yeah, I'm gonna keep holding on to the Bowmaster. I think we have the long game here. Oh yeah. Okay, that's a good card. Oh yeah. That's a good one. So what do you do now? You swords the Ajani? No? Nothing? Okay, so do I want to waste the archive now? Depends whether I want to waste this or the Saga. I think I'm still wasting Saga. So then what's the right way of doing this? You should be careful not to die. Well, I can't really die to the combo, right? Because I have bombardment. Still swords. No? Wow, being very patient with the swords. Very patient. Alright. Well, this is a good spot. I think it would have gone better for them if they had swords at least once. I would have lost the token. Would have made the rest of the turn slightly trickier, but... now I just have Bowmaster and Blast up. They have a bunch of useless cards in hand. Kind of a strange keep, actually, right? Memory's Journey and Narcomoeba in your keep. Yeah. Wow, third Saga? Busted. Yeah. think I'm happy to do this now. Just makes our clock a lot faster with everything we have in play. Alright, we got him. 2-0 against breakfast. Going to match 5 of our league here. So yeah, it turns out when you don't play against 4 Wasteland decks, this deck's pretty good, huh? It is pretty good. It's that Wasteland matchup that you want to try and fix. That was what Sand Scout was for. That was why Sand Scout was so good. But alas, there's no room for Sand Scout in the Mardu version. Casting spells helps your chances of winning. I've heard that. Good players I trust have told me that before. I think maybe the sideboard is fine. I think 4th is probably fine. I think it is good against D&T, and it's probably a mirror breaker as well. Not that that's necessarily a big deal. And pending, I don't know. I feel like you want a pending adjacent card, and I don't think the other options are better. I don't think March or Path are better than pending. Because Path doesn't hit non-creatures. Doesn't hit Flip Tameo, for example. There's also Static Prison. Static Prison's a pretty good card. It might not be better than pending. Yeah, obviously control, but like control doesn't exist. I've literally never seen a control deck in Legacy in my life. Like, are people talking about Beanstalk control? I guess Jeskai, right? There is a Jeskai deck. Would you bring in 4th Aelingus against Jeskai? Yes, probably. Pending's good, solves a lot of problems. Alright. I don't like the anti-synergy with Raptor, but I'm willing to put up with it. So this is the famous Pox deck that we've all heard so much about, I imagine. I mean, it could be Cradle, I guess. But I think they have Thoughtseize on the sideboard, though. Grixis and Jeskai. Yeah, I guess. You do want to have some extra welly against those decks. I'm just going to get freaking Bowmastered here, aren't I? But that's fine. Because you don't have the Sand Scouts and the Lazotep Quarries that I'm used to having, which are very good in those matchups. Smallpox would be an issue here. It's fine. Basic Forest. Yeah, it's not that deck. It's the Cradle deck. Therapy. Just need to draw another Guide of Souls. I actually can't remember the last time I played this matchup. Okay, there goes my other Pride. Makes Guide of Souls a worse draw. What would I take instead of Guide of Souls? I would take a Johnny. Johnny would be a good draw. Johnny's really good against this deck. They can't beat the flip to Johnny. So it's kind of busted. What is this? Zenith for 1. Does that mean you have another Zenith in your hand? It's probably one I'm going to name. Okay, well, I guess I'll get something. Give me another Thoughtseize. I will let them cast that. I will let you cast your Thoughtseize. And I'll let you exile my other therapy as well. Triple Thoughtseize, wow. Heath. Currently no way to grow the Curator, right? Not enough types available. So, thank heavens for small mercies. Does not play the Thoughtseize. What a canny operator. Saving it for our Giganther, I guess. That's a good draw. Not as good as it looks because they can just phase out whatever I target. It does get me that gives me a free hit though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can get City's Blessing here. This is actually quite good. Hit you down to 10. 9 permanents in play. I can't flashback therapy this turn because I need all my permanents. So I'm not going to therapy the Thoughtseize. Because I'm going to do it next turn instead, and then I can flash it back. That makes sense to me. There we go. So we have a bunch of guys now. That kind of worked out pretty well, actually. It was a good raptor. Good boy. Clever girl. Interesting. I'm gonna do this now. You have a Zenith in your hand. A Castle Warrior is more valuable. Well, let me think about this. We have no attacks, right? If we attack with everything, let's say you block Pride and Raptor, you would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You would go to 3 and then 2 from Bowmasters. I think the warriors are less valuable. Let's get rid of this. I think we're just waiting. Yeah, we don't have the manpower right now. We have a number of good top decks. Ajani's very good. Guide of Souls is very good. Second Pride is also decent. Raptor's good. Bombardment's very good. We have a lot of good top decks. Ooh. There's probably no point in Bowmastering that because they can just sack it with Reclaimer, so I'm not going to. I want to save Bowmaster because it makes Guide of Souls a live draw. I should have put Gigantha in my hand, though. I don't know why I didn't do that. Oh, it's because I wanted to hold up Bowmaster. See, now you have Cradle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7... Okay, now I think I can Bowmaster this, because you don't have the Reclaimer activation up, and because you're getting 2 mana out of it. So that's fine. That means Guide of Souls is no longer a very good draw. Actually, it's still fine because I have Voice, so I can get Guide of Souls triggers that way. Just means I have to probably lose... Oh, no, I don't even have to lose the Voice, do I? Okay, so Guide of Souls is still a good draw. Okay, it's a miss for them. That's a good... It's pretty good. What am I looking like now in terms of damage? They have 3 blockers. So they block 3 things. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 2. So Gigantha to hand. I think I'm playing Wasteland. Just in case they use Reclaimer, I can snipe something. I might not want to because... I want 5 lands probably for Gigantha. Because I would play this Gigantha, yeah. It's a 5/5. Yep. Okay, so you managed to get 4... Right, because somebody used... I used a sword, so you managed to get 4 types for the Curator. Okay. So Gigantha less relevant now. Has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Again. Kind of an interesting game. Plays a Hierarch. You can attack me for 9. Doesn't. Makes sense. I could waste to tap your Reclaimer. Doesn't seem good. That's a good draw, I think. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out how good it is. Bombardment? No. That's still good, though. Kill this. So now you block 1, 2, 3. You take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why is it always 7? It's because I keep playing creatures, that's why. Can I bait you if I wasteland you? You just wouldn't tap Reclaimer and then you just get another Cradle. Is that relevant? So you don't tap this, you get another Cradle end step. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana instead of 7. So it's not really relevant. Okay, well, we have lethal in play next turn, right? So we can just wait for that. Just Alpha Strike next turn. I think that's better than losing a bunch of guys this turn. Yeah. So that's not a blocker because I can waste it before combat. So I just attack, right? You have 3 blockers. 1, 2, 3. You take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's exact. Lethal. Okay. Cradle control. I want pending. I guess the more informative question is like, what do I not want? I think it's probably therapy that I don't want. I think I like vacuum. Voice of Victory is not that good. Bowmasters is fine. Because it's about as good as Voice. It's a question of whether you want 4th, right? I think you probably do want 4th. It can be tricky. They can gum up the ground, though. It can be tricky to get through. Right? Really, you just want to flip a Johnny. Those are red permanents for a Johnny. So that's a thing. Voice makes red permanents for a Johnny. Thoughtseize is not that good. Depends if they're on natural order or not. If they're on natural order, then I want Thoughtseize, but I don't think they are. It's a tricky one. I think largely 4th is not going to help in this matchup. So let's just do it like that. Okay, I like this hand because it has swords. Which is like the card that you want. Okay.
That's probably getting swords. Oh, you have 2? Rip. R.I.P.
So, a couple of choices here. One thing that you can do is you can attack with Pride, hope they block with one thing, get a first strike ping, and then swords the blocker. Obviously, if they double block, it's very bad. Hello.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
I'm going to ballet, so you have care and control of the dog.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? Okay, bye.
See you later.
You have to stay down here.
Bella's joined the stream. It's very bad if they double block. Otherwise, I can play voice, but I should probably kill one of these reclaimers. But you can't use both in a turn, right? Well, you can because you have 4. Oh, it's so bad. Having 2 reclaimers there is really bad for me. I think I need to get rid of at least one of them. I'm just hoping they block with one guy here. Otherwise, probably just going to zip to game 3. Because I don't really see a way out of it. It gets pretty bad for me. Pretty quickly, with only 1 swords here. Okay. So first strike damage, gain a life. Then swords this. And then I can either parlor or play vacuum. I'm going to play the vacuum because I just want to try and get my permanent count up pretty high. I can try and keep this reclaimer small. So yeah, we gain a life and a cat with that little trick. That's it. But that's relevant. Could have fetched, right? A swamp? Might have been better. Looks like we are zenithing for Grist here, though. Natural order. Okay, they do have natural order. Okay, that changes my sideboarding a little bit. To Sotraxa. Okay. And they have Snuff Out, naturally. Snuff Out, Zenith, White, Verdant. Okay. Drew 4 cards off Atraxa. That's fine. Well, I guess we're going to try and draw a Caracas. I also like that, but probably not going to help against Snuff Out. We'll see. We'll keep playing this game.
we're almost definitely going to lose this game, but I'm going to keep playing. Like if they misuse their removal here, or their interaction generally, there's something to be done. Potentially. Deciding whether to snuff out or not, basically. Needle. Bombardment. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're going to get City's Blessing here. Wondering if I attack with Voice. I'm just gaining them life for no reason if I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Gain a bit of life. My out here is basically Caracas. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we drew Caracas. Okay, well, it's going to be tricky to win against Reclaimer and White. But we have quite a lot of stuff in play. They probably should have named Caracas with the needle, to be honest. Maybe they weren't sure if I had it. So we've seen these two and this. 3 unknowns and a Zenith in hand.
Bella.
She wants to sit on the stairs. That's fine. I'm not going to use an electroshock collar to keep her in the camera's field of view. Okay. Something's happening. Zenith for what? A curator. Yeah, that's probably fine. Maybe I was supposed to activate vacuum in response? I don't think so. Okay. 2 curators. Bog? Who? Me. I think there's a chance I activate vacuum in this game. So I'm actually going to grab my guide. It's like a non-zero chance that that is something that happens. Sure. Gonna sack it to white? That seems like a bad idea. Okay. Because I would just eat it with vacuum. And then that would be a ticking time bomb for my opponent. Huh. They got me with the needle. It wouldn't have been that good here. It would have been okay, I guess. So, what now? I just want to get to 6 lands, really, I guess. I don't know. Tricky. I think I'm eating this. I'm putting this in my hand. They can Zenith for 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 if they really want to. It's nothing at that mana cost that matters. As far as I know. I think I'll keep up the Wasteland just in case. I'll play a land. I'll say go. Basically, if I can get to 6 lands, I can activate Vacuum, I'll get a Guide of Souls, and then I'll be able to start gaining life and attacking with a Flying Ocelot Pride. I think that's the plan here. They have 3 card types in their graveyard. And they can get a 4th. So they can attack with a 7/7 trample, which is big. Like that's really not nothing. You know? Probably getting an Exalted. Yeah. If I were them, I would do that. I would start attacking. You're gonna attack like that. How much power do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not enough. Attack with that. You just have to sacrifice a creature if you want to make that big. I will force that, I think. I will make it so that you need to do that. Okay. Because I've eventually bought myself another turn there. Doing it that way. Okay, so I think best draw here is a land. Yet another point for 24 lands. Of course, we didn't draw a land. Because that would have been too easy. So what am I doing? Playing Gigantha? I think I have to. I think I'm just dead, right? All they need to do is phase out 2 of my creatures in the end step. And then I die, probably. gonna play the Gigantha to try not to die. This is game 2, right? My opponent has only 6 minutes to win game 3. That's pretty good for me. So yeah, I think if they play it right, I'm just deterministically dead here. Because they just need to phase out some dudes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I lose these voices, then the getting the Guide of Souls doesn't even help me. It's another issue. But yeah, I think Clock is our best hope at this point. We're just winning game 3. I'm glad we kept playing though. We made a game out of it. Getting turn 3 natural ordered. So you're gonna Zenith for Craterhoof now, right? That makes sense. So I guess I was supposed to hold up Wasteland. Oh, you're gonna replay Atraxa? Oh, that is not what I would have done. Oh, because you have Talon Gates? That's really funny. I didn't even know you could do that. That's very funny. As I say, it's not how I would have played this. I think you probably could have killed me, but it's fun, I guess. Yeah, I think my opponent should have been much more aggressive here. Pretty fun to replay Atraxa though. Natural Order, Wat, Lair of the Hydra. Curator. Can you you know you're gonna Wat now, okay. So you have Lair, Natural Order, Curator, Hierarch. So you have Lair, Natural Order, Curator, that's your hand. Oops, I got rid of the Natural Order. Oh well, they have a Natural Order. So we need to do something right now or we're going to die to Natural Order, basically. You're going to attack with that guy. Okay. I'm going to block with this guy. How's that? Eat this Reclaimer. Get my Gigantha back. Draw my 6th land. But now I can't tap Caracas. I can't tap Caracas now because I have to Mance the Atraxa. Surely I'm just dead to Craterhoof here. There's no way, right? Why can't you be used on generic mana costs? Be so good.
So make a bunch of 1/1s. I think I have to do it anyway. They have flying, so I can block with one of them. And then just, I don't know, try not to die. To natural order. We will, though. We will 100% die to natural order. Well, maybe they don't have hoof in their deck. You know? I think I'm going to attack with the voices because I'll get extra tokens in the end step if I do that. I could also attack with this and make it a 7/7 flyer. That doesn't make any sense though. I want the life. I think I want the life gain here. So I'm going to do that. And I guess just not spend the energy. There's no point. Whatever I spend the energy on, the Atraxa goes in front of that. So let's just do this. Maybe this wasn't correct. Because you can just block all of the tokens. I guess I should have jumped one of the tokens. I should have jumped one of the tokens. Oh, I still get 2 tokens. That's fine. I just wanted as much life as possible here. So I'm up to 17. I assume I just die. But on the off chance that they don't have Crater Hoof, I think this is the best line still. You know, just put the most stuff into play. That's the plan. Because it needs, yeah. Because now I just don't die to just like curators, right? I think. Maybe I do. 7/7 trample, it's fine. I mean, it doesn't look like they have Crater Hoof, right? This isn't how you would just Crater Hoof me. Surely. I don't know. Okay. Well. I think we do something like that. Probably keep the Hierarch, huh? Yeah, keep the Hierarch. Get rid of the Reclaimer. Guess. Well. Okay, let's try that. I mean, they're going to run out of time here, I think. It's game 2. We drew a raptor. Okay. That is a great hit. Holy cow. That is good. So you don't have any flyers, right? So I'm going to bounce this. I don't care if you replay it. Yes. I can't believe we won that game. That was sick. So we went 4-1. We lost to tempo because bad mana. I think I'm still a fan of going up to 24 lands. You do just want lots of mana. Or like mulling hands because you don't have colors is really bad. So yeah, I think I'm happy with 24. I think I'm happy with Gigantha. Gigantha did a few things. And I actually think the sideboard is fine. I wasn't super happy with the sideboard, but I don't really see a way to make it better. And I am still interested in whether 4th Aerlingus is good in like certain fair matchups. So I think we did it, chat. I think we fixed energy. Good job. That was quite a long league, so I'm going to call it there. Call it a stream. And yeah, hopefully stream something next week. I'm having trouble finding slots to stream it at the moment, but doing my best. So yeah, I can't guarantee a regular Sunday stream or anything like that right now, but I always try and put something on Blue Sky a couple of days before, so keep an eye out for that. See you around.